What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chuds BBQ. My name is Bradley Robinson, and today I'm going to show you how I built this metal, heavy-duty, gigantic, amazing, extra large Chud table. Coming up. Welcome back to the Chud Garage, everybody. It's been a minute since we've been out here, but as you can see, I've made a few upgrades and a little bit of cleaning. We're about halfway through. But the latest and greatest addition to the Chud welding shop is this beautiful fixture table from Langmuir Systems. And no, they did not give me this for free. I bought it with my own money, which sucks because these things are rather expensive, but definitely not the most pricey ones on the market. And if you've never seen one of these before, basically it's a table that's made out of cast iron, so it's perfectly flat, perfectly straight, which has been the hardest part about this welding shop garage of mine, because the floor has a giant crack running through it, so that's not a flat surface. This table is just a 4x8 sheet of 11 gauge, so you can see it from here how unflat and just unreliable it is for making a frame or something like this. So having this table has been very sweet. And what's great about it is the clamps and these little pegs just slide right into these holes, giving you perfect alignment for absolutely everything. These clamps are the same way. Just sit right in there. Very convenient. So then I can go through the square, make sure everything is straight, and make sure everything is perfectly aligned, and clamp it down. That way when I weld it, it'll stay theoretically perfectly square instead of trying to move and warp on us. Pretty nice. And because this is going to be a gigantic table, I'm going with some 14 gauge, 1.5 inch square tubing, as opposed to the smaller ones where I like to use 1 inch, sometimes 1.5, but whew, that's a good looking table. This one, hopefully, will look as good. So the game plan now is to sand down the edges here, making sure we get a nice clean weld. I'm going to build as much here as possible. Then we're going to transfer all the pieces to the shop and finish building it there. Ooh, nice and clean. Love it. Yeah! I'm not gonna lie, you did all of that. And there it is, folks, in all its glory. The magnificent, gigantic Chud table is now complete. Got an 11 gauge bottom, 16 gauge sides. This is 1.5 inch, 14 gauge square tubing all the way around. Got this Avantco 4 burner, hooks up to a propane tank in case we want to do some cooking at the Chud shop, because luckily we've got some pretty good ventilation. Now, the only thing I didn't get done today was drilling the hole through the back. I got about that far before the drill died, but usually this propane tank will live underneath this burner with this hose going right on through, just for a nice clean look. Beautiful 8-foot by 25-inch cutting board. Picked that up at Lowe's. I think it's supposed to be a countertop. Pretty fun build, not gonna lie. I gotta say, folks, it does feel really good to finally have this project done. This is one of the first things we talked about building when we got this place about a year ago. And to finally be able to check it off the to-do list, whew, feels good. And yeah, it's clearly much bigger than my typical Chud table, as you can see when I'm in my natural stance. But I think this is gonna come in real handy, especially when we have multiple people over, we wanna do a big cook. It's gonna be perfect for teaching classes. And just think about how many briskets you could slice on this thing at the same time. Pretty exciting. A big Chud table needs a big Miller Lite. And another major reason I'm excited to have this is because we've got all this space down here for storing all the gear. You know, the meat slicer, the dehydrator, the sausage grinders and mixers. Because as you guys probably know, that stuff takes up a lot of space. And with all this real estate, I'll never have to worry about it again. We're gonna get rid of some of these pits. Check this out, double door 115. Pretty slick. Has a custom sized Chud box and several tables. And everything in here is already spoken for. We're just waiting for people to come pick it up. But this one's for Papa. Love it. Got a big food warmer back there. Pull out a brisket, rack of ribs, some sausage. Get 2 of my buddies to help me slice it all up. Yes, please. To be honest, sometimes it amazes me when these projects actually come out because, check this out. This is what my planning ahead looks like. Just a very terrible drawing and trying to figure out all the measurements properly. And spoiler alert, I did not do it perfectly. At one point I had to chop a whole piece off, this guy right here. But I guess I lost that footage. I wouldn't want to put that footage of me messing up on the internet, right? It was right here. But you can't tell when there's a cutting board on top. All right, y'all, that is how to build an absolutely ridiculously big Chud table. If you know how to weld, I highly recommend making a table like this for yourself. The best part about it is you can make it to your exact specifications of height, width, and a table like this is super sturdy and strong and will last a very long time. And if you are in the market for the normal sized Chud table that I use in every other video, like the stack behind the camera right here, we are making them in very small batches and they are available for sale. So if you want any more information about that, head to my website, chudsbbq.com, where you can see all the specs and pricing, and be sure to get in contact with us through the website and we can give you even more information about it. But all that being said, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that subscribe button. Let YouTube know by dropping a like on this video. If you build a table like this for yourself or you've already bought one, be sure to tag me on Instagram at Chuds BBQ. I'd love to see what y'all are using your tables for. Big shout out to all the Patreon members. Thank you for supporting Team Chud and allowing me to keep making all these videos. And until the next time I see you, please go cook something outside or weld something inside. Peace!